Hey guys, it's siu-yee. Welcome back to Frugality and Finance. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more related content. Today I want to talk about what I spent in December 2021. Alright, let's get started. So the first expense that I want to talk about is my transportation expense. This month I spent $976.80 on transportation. So if I click on that, you can see that $526.72 is what I spent on my premium, my insurance premium for the next 6 months. And then the rest of that is actually a vehicle registration renewal. I also spent $135.08 on gas and $315 on tolls. That is the most I have spent on tolls in a while. It is a lot of money, and technically it does make mathematical sense for me to be spending that much money based on how long I spend in a car every month, but it's still a lot. Shout out to Dave because I think he commented that toll rates would be going up by a certain percentage next year. I haven't looked into it yet, but I'm not looking forward to it if that's true. So that's happening, and so I think I'm gonna be spending a little more on tolls in the following year, unfortunately. But if it gets to a point where it does not make mathematical sense for me to be taking toll roads, then I guess I'm gonna go back to my non-toll route, the scenic route. If you look at the spending trends on transportation, you can see that there's a pretty large amount of spending this month compared to previous months, and that's basically because of the insurance premium that I have to pay every 6 months or so. But otherwise, my transportation costs are relatively low. Next category I want to look at is giving, where I spent $197.92. $280 of that was for the doctor, but that's just physical therapy. And then $119 on that was medicine. That's really just a bunch of COVID tests that I bought, just in case. So if you can, oh my god. If you look at the spending trend for health and fitness, it's not pretty. I've replaced my car payment with a body payment. Like, I'm not okay. Actually, just holding this laptop was not a good idea because my neck is kind of hurting right now. I'll hold it with this arm, but yeah, basically I've been going to physical therapy for my neck. It has gotten better. I don't think I'll be going to physical therapy for much longer, but I'm just gonna keep going until they tell me that I'm good. And, you know, until I feel good. Next up is giving. I spent $197.92 on giving. You know, it was Christmas, it was my friend's birthday this month, so I definitely bought some gifts and stuff for other people. And yeah, that's not a bad giving budget for Christmas. I mean, some people spend a lot more. That's all I'm saying. So if you look at the spending trend for giving, it's very erratic. Some of these things are donations and others are just gifts to other people or to myself because it was my birthday. But yeah, there are some months where I just don't spend anything in that category, and that's okay. But there's not really a visible trend in spending here. It's just, it depends on what's going on that month. Refrigerator light. So I spent $127.87 on food, $108.67 on restaurant, which is when I went to New York City with my friends. It was freezing, so we just kept going into restaurants, and they were a little expensive, but they were very good, so I don't regret spending that. And I spent $19.20 on drinks that day, so that was a fun day. And if you guys want to go see how it went, you can check out my New York City vlog, or what I spent in a day in New York City. And yeah, it was a fun day if you want to go check it out. Looks like I have been spending a little bit more on food lately. I would like that to go down, but I think most of these expenses happened on one day. It's not like I'm going out to restaurants every other day eating like little bits of fast food that are inexpensive. I just go to like nice restaurants once in a while. And that seems to be increasing, so I'm gonna try to keep that down, but at the same time, YOLO, so just gotta balance that out sometimes. I don't know. Next up is my baby boy. I spent $42.18 on Percy. $15 of that was for food for him from Chewy, which I'm now getting delivered to my house instead of having to go drive to the pet store, because I don't really like supporting that pet store, and also I don't like driving. If I haven't made that abundantly clear, I hate driving, and I specifically hate driving to the pet store because it's just annoying to get there and annoying to come back, even though it's not that long of a drive. I feel like anything other than the turnpike at this point just irritates me. And I spent $27 at the vet for him. I thought I was going to be spending $100. It did not end up being that much. You know, he's all good. He just got a shot and that was it. In the past few months, there hasn't been a distinct trend in spending for Percy, but now you're gonna see the Chewy subscription here for the most part, and you know, whenever I do have to spend a bunch on him. I spent $41.98 on subscriptions, $25 for my phone plan, $9.53 on Netflix, $7.45 on YouTube Premium, and that's pretty much all that is recurring every month. I do have some annual subscriptions that I don't pay for. They obviously are charged annually, but those subscriptions are not coming up anytime soon, so this is it for now. If we look at the trends, again, it's pretty stable. I've been spending around the same amount for the past 3 months, except for when an annual subscription is due, so that's what those higher costs are. So we have Fun Funds, which is $41.60. That is when I went to see Spider-Man No Way Home. That's also for 2 tickets that I just ordered online. I ordered my popcorn and drink online, and it was such a great movie. I did talk a little bit about it in my budget with me, but it was so good. Like, I want to see it like 10 more times. It made me so happy. Like, I cannot, well, it made me so sad, but it also made me really happy. And also I love Tom Holland. Okay, so here is the spending trend on Fun Funds. Again, very erratic. Sometimes I decide to have fun, sometimes I don't. Some months I have more fun than other months. I don't know. Okay, November was mostly Taylor, but like this month it was really just the movie. And that's nice. I'm keeping that expense low, but I still feel very happy. And last but not least, we have $5,832.60 on debt this month. So that's a decent amount towards debt. If we look at the trend, that amount is going back up, which is very good. I don't know if it's gonna keep going up because next month is not a 3 paycheck month, unfortunately. And I have been spending a bit more, I think, in general on some categories. But yeah, that's my spending on debt, which brings the total to $7,660.91 total spent this month. Next up is my proto diagram. Clearly, that is still the reigning category across all of my spending. But next we have transportation, health and fitness, giving, food, Percy, bills and subscriptions, and fun. Food is probably a little high, but that's just because I went out to restaurants. And giving, that's just basically the holidays, but I think it's gonna be around that amount in the next few months because there are some other birthdays coming up. Health and fitness, I do hope to decrease that amount because my neck should be getting better. Hopefully I can decrease that expense and not make it a car payment anymore. Which brings me to transportation. I think I'm gonna keep taking tolls, but if it really does not become worth it, then I will not be taking tolls anymore. And especially if I stop going to physical therapy, that should also help that cost go down because I won't have to be driving to other places. That's basically it. I think my proto diagram does align with my main goal, which is paying off debt, and I can't really be mad at it. Alright guys, so let me know in the comments below what you spent the most on in December and whether or not you're happy about it. Thanks for watching.